today is directly linked to what we had done yesterday. Okay, so can someone quickly tell me what were those 4 questions that we wanted answered, that 4 different types of learners wanted answered? Yes.
What?
What?
Why?
Why?
How? What if?
What if?
And how?
And how? Okay. Now can someone arrange them in the right order in which we had gone?
How? What? Why? How?
Okay, let's start from the top right. Top right was?
How? What?
Why? Why? What? How?
And
What if? Okay. As per the different learning styles. Right? So that was one key learning from yesterday. Second key learning, can someone quickly recount some points about adult characteristics, adult learners' characteristics?
Independent.
They're independent in their learning, yes. They know what they want to learn or what they don't want to learn. Need for respect. What else? Sorry? Three-way learning. Three-way learning. Okay. What else? Self-motivation. What else? Application-based learning. Learning for application. Right. What else? Feedback and application. Absolutely. So that finishes the point. While you are presenting content, as a part of that, you are also giving feedback at certain intervals to your participants. And lastly, you conclude. So that's what you normally do. When you are giving any session, you give an introduction, you give the main body, and at the end you conclude. Okay. Here a little bit that I am adding is that while you are presenting your content, whenever the need arises, whenever the occasion arises, you also give feedback. Okay. Now, in these 4 parts of your session, you will answer these 4 questions. When you introduce, you will answer the question why. When you are presenting the content, you are answering the question what. When you are giving feedback, you are answering the question how. And when you are concluding, you are answering the question what if. How to do that, we will just see part by part. But if this is clear that this is the way you are catering to the needs of all the 4 different types of learners. So what we are going to see is, after this, we will see the 4 types or these 4 parts of training one by one. And in each part, we will see that what is it that we should do so that we can answer these questions, or how should we go about answering these questions. Okay. Now what happens? As a trainer, you will be getting the material, you will be getting the content that you have to train, the content that you have to deliver, that is being given to you. That is in the form of slides and it is in the form of reading material. Right? So this is essentially, what is this? This is information. All that you are getting, it is information. Right? Now what is the difference between information and knowledge? Information is available, knowledge is applicable. Okay, can you explain this slightly more?
Take that information,
right,
and try out something to be converted into an application or
make it useful.
Useful.
Right? Okay. So information in useful form is knowledge. Right? So what you have to do, your job as a trainer, is to convert this information into a form that is useful for your participants. Right? Because the way it is given to you, it is just information. The tool for converting this information into knowledge and maybe skills in certain cases. I mean, it varies from what is your topic to topic. So you are converting this information into knowledge and skills for your participants. That is your job. Right? So therefore, how should you present, how should you convey this information to your participants so that it becomes knowledge? That is what we are going to see. So that is going to be your contribution as a trainer to this component. The information component is provided to you. Your component are your training skills and your training methodology that you use to translate this information into knowledge. Is this clear so far? Okay. So let's start one by one when we introduce. So you've seen so many sessions since morning and since yesterday, and so many trainings you've delivered yourself and you've attended so many trainings. What do you think are the components, good components of an introduction when you are introducing a session?
Summary of what we are going to see.
Summary of what you are going to see, overview or outline, learning outcomes. Okay. What else?
Objective.
Objectives.
What is identifying the target audience?
Sorry?
Identifying the target audience.
Identifying the target learners. Yes. But that you would have done before, right? When you are preparing your material, when you started it, delivering, when you are introducing your training, one of course you said overview, which includes your learning objectives or outcomes. That is your outline or this. What else?
Future scope.
Sorry?
Future scope.
Future scope. Okay. Why is future scope important?
The need for the job.
The
They
job
are
introduction.
being motivated throughout the presentation that they are going to get something out of it.
Right, absolutely. And what you were also saying, the need. What are they going to get? Why? What is the need for them to learn this? WIIFM. That is again what we said that yesterday. We said that for adult learning, the implications of characteristics were we should have a strong beginning and strong end. So part of that strong beginning is that you need to convey to the participants what are the benefits of this program to them, so that they are in a suitable frame of mind to learn what you are trying to teach them. Right? So what we do is when we introduce, there are two things that we do. One is we map and the second is we motivate. Now what do you understand by map? When we say that we are mapping the presentation or we are mapping the session, what do you mean?
Giving the collective information.
Okay. Sorry?
Topics that will be covered.
Topics that will be covered. So when you open your Google Maps and you want to go from place A to place B, what all does it have? It has a starting point, it has the destination, and it has the journey traced out. So that is exactly what you do in your introduction. Where are we right now? When you talk about your learning outcomes or your learning objectives or the aim of the program, that is the destination. Right? That by the end of this program, you will be able to install a solar PV system. That is your outcome. That is our destination. Okay. Now, what is the route that we are going to follow to reach that destination? That is the sequence of your presentation. At first, we will talk about the components. Second, we will talk about the assembly. Third, we will talk about precautions. Fourth, we will talk about troubleshooting. So that is the journey. Why are we doing this? Is we are orienting the participants to the workshop or to the session. What is the need for us to orient them? Why can't we just start? And as the topics come along, they'll come to know in any case.
Will have a direction that what they will achieve by the end of the session.
Right. So one is you begin with an end in mind. Where are we going? And what else? What is the reason why we are doing this?
They will be focused and will expect what is the next outcome.
Okay. So they are focused. They know what is coming. They are prepared. They are not taken by surprise. What else?
Bringing the interest
Yes. So certain topics that they are interested in, they will know that yes, this is coming and I am interested in. What else?
bringing the information in sequence.
They are getting the information in sequence, and also they are preparing themselves that okay, after this is coming. Breakdown. Yeah. Another very important fact is that if you remember when we talked about the adult learning characteristics, Adults like to be in charge of their own learning, right? So by giving them the entire roadmap, you are making them in charge. You are telling them that, look, this is how it is, this is how we are going to be. You are orienting them, you are making them more aware of what we are going to do. So therefore they feel that they are in charge, right? That is as far as mapping is concerned. So in the mapping, as far as your topic is concerned, what all should come?
Where we are starting,
Right.
what is it all about,
Right,
and where we are reaching.
right. So in terms of, if you pick up a topic in that, what all will you say? Let's take any topic for example.
Yeah.
Let's take your topic.
Yeah.
Introduction.
Introduction. Then first is introduction.
Right.
Then we talk about the content that we are, the content that
Right.
the
Sequence, the
topic
subtopics.
head on the topic that we are covering.
Right.
And then ultimately we are talking about, we are also talking about the importance of each topic,
Right.
subtopic
Right.
in the entire.
Right.
And ultimately we are talking about conclusion, where conclusion is,
The
what is
outcome.
the outcome of
Outcome.
Results.
Right. Right. So you are going to give the outcome and you are going to give the breakdown or the structure. Right. Now, what about motivation? Firstly, why do we need to add this motivation at the beginning? We just talked about it briefly. Why do we need to motivate the
to
participants?
encourage the participants, to become live and accept whatever is being downloaded onto them,
Right.
and also participate in the discussion.
Right, right. We said that it is basically to help them make up their mind whether they want to be with you or not. Right? They have to take their own decision. You are giving them reasons to take the decision in your favor.
Yeah.
Right? And how do you motivate them?
Giving the importance.
Right. Now, importance for whom?
For them.
For themselves. Right? One is yes.
For
Why is this
technology as well as for them,
yes.
both.
So, like as far as let's say solar is concerned, there are various levels at which benefits are there. There are benefits to the environment, there are benefits to the country, there are benefits to the organization, there are benefits to the consumer, right? But ultimately, what are the benefits to the participant, whatever their role may be? What is the benefit to them? What are the tangible benefits of this program that is going to come to them? That must be spelled out very, very clearly, right? And like we discussed yesterday, if there are people who've been forced or not forced, but they've been nominated to attend, have not really come out of their own choice, then maybe you need to focus on this a little more. You need to maybe spend some time in thinking about what are the benefits that those participants as individuals are going to get out of this program that you can convey to them, right? So what are some of the benefits of this program that you can think of? Now you know your audience, the people you are going to be delivering the program to, by and large you know the content and the outcome of the program. So what are some of the benefits that you can think of that you can convey to your participants?
Your experience.
Sorry?
Your experience, first of all, it is a benefit of the
The experience that they are gaining from here is a benefit?
experience of the trainers.
Right.
So the knowledge and experience which is with the trainer
Uh-huh.
is actually a benefit for the trainees.
Here.
Okay, I agree with you, but then you have to tell them how.
They are more experienced.
He will not accept it that okay, you know that no, this person is, you have, so how will you convey that? That is
Understanding of the technology.
sorry?
Understanding of the technology.
So one benefit that they will get is that they will understand this technology,
Better
right?
understand.
But then you need to go down further. So what? So if I understand this technology,
They can be able to implement this in their job role.
okay,
Their purpose is to interconnect.
okay,
So they know they can implement.
okay. So one benefit clearly is knowledge enhancement. Second benefit is ability to do their job better. What else?
They can start their own business after
They can start their own business after retirement. That's actually a very solid point.
In fact, there can be one more motivation. This will be considered in your appraisal in the next.
That is if it is actually being done, right? That is if it is actually being done.
You can say that or not?
That will depend on the sponsor. You may have to clarify it with the sponsor first, whether it is applicable or not. And it is a good idea to discuss this with the sponsor right in the beginning, because it will give you clarity as to what are the benefits. I'm sure you have an idea about it, but if you actually discuss it with the stakeholder, that look, you are sending these people, what is the benefit to them? He may have something in mind that, okay, say there is a